any amount of money that everyone in this room, at some point, was asked this cliche yet meaningful question. What do you want to be when you grow up? Maybe your parents said it, or your elementary school teachers, or maybe even one of those kids shows you used to watch when you were younger. The point, however, is that you've heard it before. Maybe you wanted to be a fireman, or an astronaut, or a spy, or a dolphin trainer. I've even heard of kids wanting to be mailmen, and even as far as garbage truck drivers. But no matter how outrageous and silly the dream may have seemed to others, they were determined and equally as confident that that was what they were going to be when they grew up. No set plan or process, just a dream that they knew was going to come true one day. Let's take myself, for example. See, when I was a kid, I didn't want to be a police officer or a pilot. I wanted to be a lumberjack. My favorite stories growing up were about Paul Bunyan, and every time I read them, I imagined myself taking over his life and owning a blue ox named Babe. All I wanted to do was live in the middle of nowhere in a little log cabin that I built myself. And my only plan was to wear flannels accompanied by the biggest grin that a man can muster while going outside every day to plant seeds and chop down trees. I would only take the occasional break solely to eat my flapjacks smothered in homemade molasses. My dream was completely simple yet satisfying in my eyes. There were no worries, no flaws, and no questions about it. My dream was going to happen the way that I wanted it to. But then I got older. My interests changed, and now I'm an aspiring musician that plans on going to Florida State University to gain a doctorate and teach music at the college level. It's a bit different from my original plan. So I started to ask myself, when did my plans change? And better yet, why? My theory is that, as I got older, no one pushed me to take hold of that dream. I went to school to learn math, science, social studies, literature, and the arts. Not how to cut down trees. The people around me were musicians, artists, businessmen, construction workers, and teachers. Not lone survivalists living in the middle of nowhere. So by being pushed in different directions, and society beginning to curb my interests, my dream became more and more of just that, a dream. I started to think that I wasn't meant to be a lumberjack and that I should fit a certain social expectation. I've only cut down 2 trees in my entire life, and that doesn't seem much like lumberjack material. But I don't blame society, because it's made me who I am today. And I definitely don't blame school, because it's obviously the most important thing that I've experienced thus far. I do, however, tend to point the finger at myself. I recall the question being, what do you want to be when you grow up? Not, what do you think you should be when you grow up? Though I love music and it's become a passion that's seemingly irreplaceable, I can't help the fact that whenever I see a tree, I get the sudden urge to chop it down with my trusty axe. So I ask you this, what did you want to be when you grew up? If you're already there on that path to being what you want to be, I respect that and I'm almost envious. But for those of you that are in the same boat as me, why aren't you that person that you always dreamt of being? Why are you sitting in a cubicle when you could be digging for dinosaurs like you always said you would? Or why are you filing papers when you could be running that zoo that you always wanted? The moral of the story is this. The only thing in between you and making your dream a reality is you. So I'll make this oath here. At some point in my life, I will be a lumberjack. Hands down, no questions asked. Why? Because I want to. And because I want to, I can. And the same goes for everyone here. So be a fireman. Be an astronaut. Be a spy or a dolphin trainer. Go be a mailman, and more importantly, go drive a garbage truck. Because there's no such thing as too late. And nothing can stop you from doing what you want to do as long as you let yourself do it. So stop dreaming and, well, start doing it.